welcome back to Free Spirit and Hawaii boat life. Well, I just got completely caught by a squall in the dinghy, so everything is soaked. I got some food at Costco, soaked. My shirt soaked. Yeah, it's a mess out here. Oh yeah, I got some pecs to do some plumbing with. But yeah, everything got completely soaked, all my wood that I bought. But yeah, we're over here in the port Ama. Let me show you guys what I'm working on. Climb down here, try not to fall here. So there is a little bathroom vanity right here in the center of the hull, and I've already removed the little hand sink that was really rusted. There's still some of the plumbing down there. And my plan is, well, I had a few plans. First, I wanted to do some sort of stone countertop, maybe a couple big tiles, but there's so much movement in this boat, and especially with 3 sides, that the whole thing is going to be twisting. So I think anything stone would probably end up cracking. And then this is all so nice and tight and actually totally fine that I kind of don't want to actually demo this. I just want to use it as a base and lay stuff over the top. So I had a bunch of different ideas too of actual countertops and wood and this and that. I bought this nice piece of cedar, cut in half. It should almost get me the width I need. I may have to use that 1x4. I'd really rather only have 1 seam, so I got to take a look at what I want to do here. One of my ideas is this is the complete other direction, is to demo the entire thing, get rid of these doors. There doesn't need to be storage down there necessarily. I have lots of storage. It's something you never hear on a boat. And just make this skinnier, just 2 rows of the cedar. So it would probably come to about here. And my sink is right here that I'm going to use. It's a nice little vessel sink. Let's see how that would fit. Yeah, that would actually, well, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not, because the faucet has to go behind it. I guess the faucet could go also diagonal, like next to it. Let's take a look, see what that would look like. Ooh, look at that. That's cool looking. I didn't even realize this was so cool. It could work. Let's see here. Yeah, that could actually work. So yeah, a couple options. Definitely gonna play with some stuff. I'm gonna have to cut this and see what I want to do here. I'm probably going to demo out this little piece of trim, but this one, I don't know, this could be epoxied. If I start messing with this, I'm going to mess up this whole bulkhead. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scribe a line down here, a 3/4 line, and just cut this out, and then I'll be able to tuck it under. So that's the plan. I gotta keep making sure that I'm closing hatches and everything, because look at that, it's squishy out here. Look, it's running down the side here. One of these spots where everything collects. All right, let's get going here. I just found one of my leaks. There's some water right here because there's just a little squall, and I can see it just running down this bulkhead and then collecting right here. So it's definitely a spot I gotta work on. There's a couple cracks up here in the deck, and it's just getting under the, it's getting, yeah. It's getting under the non-skid and running inside, making its way in. All right, well, it's gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to keep going. Well, typical, my battery ran out, so I gotta move on to something else. Let me show you guys. Oh man, here comes another big squall. Can't even see out that window. So let me show you guys the plumbing setup here. This PVC pipe feeds, or at one point supposedly fed this sink, and you can see the shutoff down here, and this is the only PVC in the whole boat. Everything else is tubing, and this pipe goes into this main bulkhead. So this is the main bulkhead that basically holds all three hulls together. It's a box beam basically, and the PVC pipe is in there and it runs all the way over. Now, why don't I like that? This, like I said, is the main structure of the boat. I have this PVC pipe in there that's completely hidden. Like, I can't inspect it. I can't see, is there any unions in there that are leaking? Now, if I have a slow leak in there and I don't notice it, it's going to be compromising the main part of the boat. So I don't like that. I'm not going to use this PVC pipe. I'm going to run some PEX forward of the beam where I can always inspect it, and PEX is super cheap, so you might as well do it. This 100 feet of PEX cost 40 bucks. So I'm going to cut this out. It doesn't need to be there, and let's go splice in some PEX. It is nasty out here. I'm just gonna make sure I've secured everything. I have a bilge pump on that dinghy, so that should be good. All right. So now I'm in the main hull. Again, that vanity I was working on is over there on the port side. And if you come over here to this little cubby, you got a bunch of the plumbing here. And so the main cold water that comes from the pressure pump is right here. And then I've already spliced some PEX into there to go to a shower in the starboard hull. And then if you look up here, there's the beginning of that PVC pipe. So it goes up into the box beam right here, and then it goes all the way over, probably like 12 feet inside this box beam. And so now I could just put a T right here and then T right into that. I've already actually put the PEX fitting. I got it ready a few months ago, and then because I was kind of nervous about it, I never did it. So the way I'm going to do it now is to follow this line up here and T-unit here, and then I can run it here nice and clean up in this top section. Well guys, I was really scared that my dinghies were going to be gone, or at least one of them was going to be swamped or something like that, but they're both there. Wow, what a night. Around midnight, it just started going crazy. The wind came up, it was raining. I have to say the rain wasn't the craziest, it wasn't the heaviest rain, it was more like blowing, but it was just starting and stopping. And so it wasn't like the craziest amount of water coming down, so that's a good thing. But I only got an hour or two of sleep. The B berth was like, as it was going over the waves, it was going up like 2 feet. So pretty wild night out here riding out this storm. Sadly, I have no solar coming in, so my batteries are looking pretty low. I could run the diesel a little bit later, so we'll see about that. Pretty much today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just stand watch. You know, the good thing is there's airplanes landing. Look at this. That's the second airplane I've seen land in the last 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna stand watch and make sure I don't break free or any of the other boats don't break free, and just be ready to go. I've got food and water on the boat, so I'm good to go. I'm just gonna have a chill day. It's just a little bit bouncy, but I'm gonna make some coffee. I put all my stuff in here last night so it wouldn't get wet, so it's again a mess, like always when it's construction. So maybe I'll clean up a little bit, make it cozy in here, and yeah, chill out. my gosh, look at this. This boat just doesn't act like any of the other boats. Wow, my dinghies are about to hit. Holy mackerel. We're just about to pass. Wow, look at that. Right now, that's 5 feet. The wind is there, and this boat is still facing almost opposite. All right, we made it past. Phew! That was really close. We still got big airplanes landing. Looks like Japan Airlines maybe. Still raining. Wind calmed down a lot though. Wow, here comes a round of really strong wind and rain. Good morning. Well, it's the aftermath of the storm and I'm finally getting off the boat. I spent about 3 days watching the boat, making sure she doesn't come off her mooring. It's been quite a week here in Hawaii. You guys have probably seen it on the news. And yeah, pretty exhausting because you just don't get a full night's sleep ever. The wind was just ripping. It was raining. I found all the leaks on my boat. Look at this day today though. Calm. Still kind of threatening over here, but beautiful and warm. The storm's moved east that way.